A friend of mine called me on the phone and he told me that he does not know how to count blocks that has not been erected. He said he went to his brother's site on a particular day that his brother told him to visit the site and count the number of blocks that has been molded. He went there. On getting there, he saw the blocks on the floor and he on the ground, and he was unable to count them by himself. He was tired of counting it one after the other, that he had to tell the person that molded the block to do the counting for him. The molder then told him the numbers of block that he molded was up to the is it was more than the numbers that was present on the ground. Because my friend did not know how to count it, the mother lied to him. His brother was so annoyed with him and told him that if he knew that he does not know how to count blocks that is as simple as ABC, that he would have told him not that he does not know how to count blocks, so that he will send someone else to do it. His brother was so furious and so angry with him that he had to hang up the call on him. I told my friend to calm down, that it is very simple to know. That he said he was fed up of counting the blocks one after the other because the numbers of blocks that was present there was too much, that he could not count it one after the other, and he was missing some numbers that he had to restart all over again and again, and it was very difficult for him to get the exact figures, that he had to tell the person that was molding the block to help him to count the blocks unknowingly for him, that he was going to say the wrong thing and not tell him the exact numbers that was there. He was very angry with himself as well. I told my friend to relax, that he should calm down. The method for counting the blocks is very easy without counting individual blocks, which is extremely stressful. There is an easy method to be able to count the numbers of blocks. No matter the numbers of blocks that is present there, there is an easy formula to be able to get it. He was so surprised and told me that if he had knew, he would have called me on the phone to come along with him to the site to count the blocks, that he thought he would be able to count it by himself, that it is just block, it does not matter. Unknowingly for him, it was going to be stressful as it was. If you know that you have not subscribed to this channel and you have watched this video to this extent, click on the subscribe button for more content. My friend told me that, are you sure that this method is not going to be difficult? Because he does not like stress at all. If it's going to be difficult, that I should forget about it. I told him that it's a very simple method. In case of next time he is sent to such an errand, he'll be able to count it by himself without stress. And he said, can we start the class? Can you start explaining to me now so that I can be able to understand how to count blocks. I told him to relax, that it is something that I don't have to explain with biro and paper, that we will have to go to my site so that he will see it vividly while I explain. It will be more easy for him to understand that way. He was so happy and he told me that we should both go to his brother's site, that it will be better that way. He will be able to understand it better. I told him no problem, whichever site that you feel like we should go to, we can go there. Since you prefer your brother's site, let's go to your brother's site. We went there and it took us up to 3 hours for us to arrive at his brother's site. 3 good hours, which was took a long time. 3 hours was too far. I would have preferred my site because my site is not up to 3 hours to get there. Although he preferred his brother's site, no problem. We had to go there for the counting of blocks. We arrived at his brother's site. So this is my friend's brother's site, and the blocks has already been arranged together. I told him that it is very easy. Look at these blocks. What do you see? What do you observe? The way it is arranged. Figure it out and let me know. Let me see if you can be able to get it or not. He said, no, I don't want to crack my brain. I just want you to explain to me so that we can leave this place. I am tired already. I told him, relax, calm down. It is very simple. Observe, just follow my method. Look at it and see what is your observation. He told me that the blocks are arranged together in rows and columns. Some blocks are arranged vertically while some are arranged horizontally at a row or at a column. Some are arranged horizontally, some are arranged vertically, he said again. I told him, you got it. Clap for yourself. He started smiling. Then I told him that each of the blocks that are arranged on top of each other, the vertical blocks, the number of blocks that are present on the vertical side of each of the arrangement is 3. Then on the horizontal is also 3. That is to tell you that vertically we have 3 blocks each and horizontally we have 3 blocks each. He said, what? That is so true. I can see 3 number of blocks vertically, 3 numbers of blocks horizontally. But he said there is one that has 2 blocks on top. And I told him that 2 blocks is not up to 3. They did not add extra one to that line because there was no other blocks to add to it. He said, it's very clear. I understand. So what is the next step? I told him that since we have 3 numbers of blocks arranged together vertically and horizontally, now to be able to get the total numbers of blocks, we have to consider 1 blocks arranged together, then the other blocks arranged together. They are separate. They will have to consider them individually and see. Now the next step is to count the number of blocks in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 6. 6 multiplied by 3. In each of the arrangement is 3. 6 multiplied by 3. Since we have up to 18 for one full row, then we have to count the number of rows that is present. Since they are of the same numbers of row, if we have 6 row for one, then if others are of the same number of rows, what we have to do is to multiply that by the numbers for one row, which is 6 multiplied by 3, which is 18. Multiply that 18 by the numbers of rows that you will get by counting. So it's a very simple method that is used. The formula is row multiplied by columns. Numbers of blocks that you get in a row, then the numbers of blocks that you get in a column, multiply together, then you get the numbers of blocks. If there is any missing space, you subtract it from the number of blocks that is supposed to be in that space. You subtract it away from it. My friend said he was so surprised that this thing is very simple. I told him that it's because I have explained it to you, that's why you are seeing it as very simple. He said if he knew, he would have used the formula, but the knowledge was not there. It is numbers of blocks present in a row multiplied by numbers of blocks present in a column. Then when you multiply, you get the numbers of blocks that is present on that space. For this very one that has already been arranged, that's for blocks that are arranged that are not yet arranged, that it has been molded and it is on the ground. Then this one that has been arranged, it is still the same method of columns, the number of blocks in a row multiplied by numbers of blocks in a column. So numbers of blocks for this one was 6 multiplied by numbers of blocks, which is 3. That's for one full arrangement, which is 18. Then I'll have to count the numbers of each of the arrangement, how many blocks is arrangement is present there. Then I'll use 18 to multiply by the numbers of arrangement that is arranged on the same numbers of rows. I'll multiply it together and get the total numbers of blocks. But the only thing I will also do is, since one of this arrangement that is present here, one of the block is not to 3, we have 2 there. So after getting my sum total, I will after getting the sum total of everything using the method of rows multiply by columns, what I will do is for me to subtract 1 away from the sum total of everything. That my friend said, thank you for this detailed explanation. It is very clear and simple to understand. I appreciate you. So we left the site and we called it a day.